What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It's a beautiful summer day here in Findlay, Ohio, and Anderson and I are hanging out in the beer shed, getting ready to check out a new beer. Now, the one we have today is called Honey Almond American Ale, and this is from Two Bandits Brewing out of Hicksville, Ohio. So you said you saw this on their Facebook page or something?
Yeah, on their social medias, they've been talking about this for a while and advertising it, and this is the first time I've actually seen it. Because although we are in Ohio, their brewery is kind of far away from both of us.
Yeah, it's up in the corner, basically like the Michigan, Ohio.
Like the northwest corner.
Yeah, northwest corner. And distribution, to be fair, you don't really see it at a ton of places. We went to Kibbee's, where I just picked up the shirt. Kibbee's, where it's always the weekend, in Bluffton, Ohio. And it's a magnificent shop for a small place. I mean, I always say this kind of jokingly. It looks like somewhere you would go to buy a 30 rack of Bush and some Skull. And then when you go inside, you're like, what is this? I mean, they've got
a crazy selection of beers there.
Yeah, and they got stuff from breweries I haven't seen anywhere else around here. Even in the bigger shops in bigger towns, they've got distribution. They're on point, man. They're really good.
But if I remember right, they released this a couple months ago only to their like mug club people or whatever the club is they have for their brewery. And then it was released at the brewery, like anybody could pick it up there. But I didn't know that they had started distributing it anywhere. Because I don't see Two Bandits up where I live at all.
I saw this a couple weeks ago, but I don't think it like registered what it is, or I thought I had it already. Because Two Bandits is a phenomenal brewery. Me and Anderson had gone up there probably about a year ago or something, right? Or maybe a little
year
longer.
ago.
Was it 2 years ago?
It was a couple of years ago now.
It wasn't pre-pandemic, was
no,
it?
but it was like at the height of the pandemic when breweries and bars were starting to open up again.
Yeah, so maybe it was been a while, but we went up there, magnificent beer, and the food was top-notch. Absolutely amazing food.
I had a kangaroo burger there that was delicious.
I think I had meatballs. They were something weird. Like a lot of the food was made with kind of, I don't know, exotic meats or something like that. But it
was really good.
Everybody loved their food. It was really good. So we're always happy to try their beers. Now, Bit-O Honey, if you might not remember, is a candy. I think I only used to see it like Halloween or something like that. I was never a huge fan of Bit-O Honey as a kid, but I can't say that I've had it in probably years, to be honest. So, be interested.
Neither have I. And when I was looking up the thing about Bit-O Honey, I never realized that Bit-O Honey is actually an almond and honey candy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just don't. I mean, I don't know what I thought.
Which this is why this is Honey Almond American Ale.
Yeah, and you might say to yourself, why is a small brewery in Northwest Ohio teaming up with Bit-O Honey, which is kind of a national candy name or brand or whatever you want to call it? And it looks like they're now owned by the Spangler Candy Company out of Bryant, Ohio, which is Northwest Ohio as well, and home to a brilliant little place called Father John's, which is a really interesting, really weird kind of place, and another awesome little spot. So let's see, on the side here it says, thanks to the Bit-O Honey candy recipe used during brewing, this ale has a decadent taste that's subtly sweet up front with a pleasing caramel nuttiness at the finish. As a lighter bodied brew, it's perfect for sipping on the beach, next to a fire, or when you're just lounging around. We're lounging around. So
yes,
this
we
seems
are.
Perfect. It looks like they now have a spot in Coldwater, Michigan as well. There's something else here. Can you read that side one? Two Bandits
Brewing Company creates craft beer with unique flavor combinations and as many locally sourced ingredients as we can muster. The result, brews that place it's hard to read this black
brews that
on red writing.
Please the palate.
Everyone from beard snobs to craft newbies.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like a small black font on a red background that it's, for some reason, you read it fine over here because it's a bigger font. When you get on the small font on this, it's a little bit harder.
Yeah. Plus, the lighting doesn't help because we're front lit, not backlit, so we're reading it in the shadows.
Yeah. So this is 6.5% ABV, 25 IBUs, and again, Honey Almond American Ale.
And it's interesting. The Spangler Candy Company, you can go ahead and open it. Started in 1906, and one of the brands they have or own is Dum Dums.
Yeah.
So and now they have Necco wafers as well. But apparently in 2020 they bought Bit-O Honey and moved production to Bryan, Ohio.
Pretty cool.
Suppose I should open my can too, right?
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to pour mine for me.
Now, on the ratings, this does pretty well. Untappd, 4.02. Now, there was only 40 check-ins. Beer Advocate, nada. Now, again, if you only have 40 check-ins on Untappd, you're not going to have anything on Beer Advocate. I'm going to talk about the head real quick before it goes away. It looked like it had maybe like a finger's width or half a finger's worth of white head. Looks like it's kind of dissipating. So
Yeah, it's dissipating rather quickly.
yeah, it's not hanging around. Where did my chart go, man?
I don't know. What have you done with it?
My Brew HQ chart is right here.
Maybe if you'd laminate it, you'd know where it was.
Listen, I'm not buying a lamination machine, dude. I'm not going to buy one of those little labelers either, bro. We're going to go with this. Maybe, I don't even know if I'd want to print a new one. I kind of dig it at this point. So, Brew HQ chart.
6, 7?
Yeah, maybe 7 or so. Deep gold, kind of a little bit, a tiny bit of an amber color to it. It looks pretty solid. A little bit cloudy. Can't see through it.
No, not at all.
Fair amount of bubbles. We got some big boys coming up.
Yeah, there's a lot of carbonation in there.
And as far as glasses, we didn't use jam jars today like commoners or iconic plastic glasses. Going with Ice Steer Brewing, and this is False Chord. So they're in Bowling Green, and they are in Finley. So we got 2 local pint glasses here. All right, you ready to give us a shot? Sniff.
There's some honey there.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's immediate, the honey.
I think it's just kind of like honey and a light malt
Yes.
kind of smell. I mean, I think it's supposed to be a golden ale, right? I think it said American ale here, but I think when you looked on Untappd, it might have said golden ale, which is probably about par for what it would be. Smells good.
I'm ready to taste this.
Let's give it a shot, bro. It is light bodied for sure. This would be a really nice summer beer. Definitely. I mean, obviously it's what it's designed to be, but light bodied, but not distracting.
No.
Like usually if I get something light bodied, I think watery and crap. This is light bodied, but good.
You get some honey in there. There's some nuttiness in there, like
Yeah, a little bit of nuttiness.
nuttiness, honey.
It's like a caramel malt.
Yeah.
It is mostly like what it said. If it says it's supposed to be Honey Almond American Ale, yeah, it's solid, man. You get a tiny little bit of bitterness at the back end.
I mean, it's been forever since I've had a bit of honey, and unfortunately we couldn't find any today where we were.
Yeah, we went to Walmart and tried to find some so we could do a taste comparison. But it's not one of those candies you see everywhere, I guess.
So I'm not sure what bit of honey actually tastes like, but I'm guessing this is what it tastes like. I'm guessing this is spot on, especially since they used
Well, if Bit-O Honey, the recipe,
and
if Bit-O Honey signed off on it, they're
right.
Well, we say they wouldn't have you sending crap out, but we have had some beers that were signed off on by folks that did send out crap, so who knows. But this one's not. This is solid. I think it hits on everything it says it's supposed to. Perfect summer sipper. 6.5 too, so decent ABV to it for a lighter beer. Pretty surprising.
Yeah, this is definitely a summer sipper. A nice beer after a hot day.
Yeah.
Be a nice beer with a meal too.
Yeah, it would, because the nice honey flavors kind of complement if you're eating something like maybe pork chops, like we're going to have in a little bit.
But that's definitely got that nice nuttiness to it with the honey, the malt.
Oh yeah, this delivers.
So I give this a big thumbs up. This is delicious.
Bit of honey, Two Bandits Brewing. You guys killed it. This is a great one. And again, not surprised. I don't think I've had a bad beer from those guys. Everything I've had from them has been lights out amazing. So glad to see they followed through in that form and crushed it with this one.
I think we only started buying their beers because of the distributor, sales guy, whatever he was.
Yeah, we ran into him at Kibbee's. Yeah.
Gave us free samples.
Yeah.
In our car.
When we seen him coming in, it was a new brewery, and I was like, whoa, maybe we should hang around here for a second. See, because I think he came in while we were inside.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, it's a new brewery. Like, got to make sure we check these out. And he gave us some samples, and we were like, let's check this out. So, yeah, great job, guys. Hopefully you think we did a great job. If you do, please hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. Hey, till next time. Cheers.
Cheers.